don't alongside.
And this is Channel 8 News.
What are we looking at today, Bubba?
Well, Jenny, today we have a story about a school in Jasper County that implemented the year-round schooling schedule.
That means they have no summer breaks?
No, they don't. For every 45 days of school, 15 days are to be dedicated to break or days off.
I'll tell you one thing, Alice Cooper would not be too happy about this one.
No, he wouldn't.
We're going to go take a closer look on what the teachers and students have to say at Jasper County Public School.
Here's Ron and Morgan, who are on the school grounds right now. Jasper County High School was founded in 1912, with the schedule consisting of 182 school days and a summer break. But last August, the school decided to switch to the year-round schedule, which is still in place to this day. Jasper County administration believes the new schedule is going as planned.
I'm sitting here with Mr. McIntyre. A few questions for you.
Absolutely.
How does not having a summer break, or how does that affect your life, or your family, or anything like that?
You know, I wasn't quite sure how I was going to respond to that, but ultimately I really feel as though it's been derogatory. It's been a bad thing overall. I think that the kids really need that long summer break, and I think a lot of the teachers became so accustomed to having that long summer break that we also feel as though going back to the old system was just the right choice at this point.
So on that point, how do you think it affects the students?
I think that's a fair question because a lot of our students truly do fall behind during the school year. And at least with the lack of small breaks during the year, they have that summer to really make up all the work they had missed. Perhaps if they failed a class or two, they could utilize their summer break to really catch up. But now that we don't have that opportunity, I find that students actually, it kind of snowballs on them. And when they fall behind, it just becomes a perpetual cycle, and they're not able to really emerge from that cycle. And I think it's going to hurt them in the long run.
So you're saying all these kids are falling behind. Is there anything you can do about it, or is there some programs you guys can make for them to get back used to?
You know, what I found is that the administrators are struggling with this new system just as much as the students themselves. And so while we've attempted to create new programs, that's a long-term thing. And I think some of us were very challenged by the fact that we had to immediately change the way we did things, and the administrators are suffering from that as well, and really struggling to find out, well, how do we deal with this new reality while still helping these students who might struggle? And I'm not sure we've really found all the solutions that we need at this point in time.
I just want to thank you for your time, Mr. McIntyre.
Not a problem at all. Thanks for having me by.
We're here with Lily Jean Paul at Jasper County High School, and we just wanted to get your thoughts on the year-round schooling program.
I actually hate it because I have a summer job and I can't work when we have year-round schooling. I don't want to go to school all the time. I have to tan and I have to get money and pay for my college. So I hate it.
Thank you very much.
We're here with a student at Jasper County High School, Roy D. Mercer.
Listen, my name is Roy D. Mercer.
What do you think about the year-round schooling?
At down Jasper County High School, listen, I like it a whole lot because I like to learn about things that I didn't know before. During the summertime, I'd get too drunk and I'd dip a lot, and I don't like doing that. So everything I learned from school, I've done there. Don't have to forget it during the summertime.
Alright. So you say it doesn't affect your grades, but how does it affect your friends?
Well, listen, I got this one friend named Bubba, and he doesn't like the school. He likes getting high and drunk. But I tried to talk to him. I said, listen, we go to this year-round school. We don't get no summertime. We get little breaks in between, so you can get drunk and high and do what you want. But me, myself, I like to study. So I influence my friends to study and not get pissed drunk all the time. Maybe sometimes, but not all the time. And my plans for the future are high. My friends are high. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying the year-round school is really affecting you in a positive way?
I think so. I also am very depressed because I can't get piss drunk and high with my friends. But in the grand scheme of things, I think that the school system at Jasper County High School is very good. And it's a help, because during the summertime I would just completely lose my mind and not have any goals in life.
I want to thank you, Roy, for your time.
Well, you ain't welcome. You ain't welcome.
All right. Thank you. This is upper school psychology teacher Bill Swarsey. How does year-round schooling and not having a summer affect you?
Well, John, you know, for us teachers, I take some time in the summer to learn some new things myself. I spend a lot of time with my kids throughout the year, and it's all about them. But frankly, where's about me? And so the summer, when I have 3 months off, is when I get a chance to think about me. I can take some classes, I can go to a university and for a lecture, I can travel, I can see different parts of the world. Where's the me time? I need to refresh as well. I don't support year-round schooling.
Is it like for any other teachers, or is this any other teachers or students, or is this just you?
I've heard some people that have been very suspicious about having their summers taken away from them because they refresh in the summer as well. And I can't support that.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
John, thank you.
Hi, we're going to be taking a closer look at the elective program, and this is Miss Catherine Ramser.
Well, my initial thinking is, you know, I have two thoughts. One is my professional thoughts, the other my personal thoughts. I mean, as a teacher, my personal thoughts are, we're not a summer break at all.
No summer break.
It's like, whoa. You know, like summer, we're used to it. Many, many years of summer break. So there's that initial thought. But then, when I think about having breaks throughout the year that are longer, I think it's really kind of working, because most of us by the end of the summer are kind of ready to go back anyway, and a lot of kids are bored at the end of the summer. Any of you kids out there bored at the end of the summer?
Yep.
I thought so. There's that, which has nothing to do with what's good, best for kids. That's just my own personal reflection. My mom was an elementary school principal for a long, long time, and she always said that they spent the first month or two of school reteaching what they taught. And little kids, you know, who are barely learning how to read, really young kids, you get them back in August and they're like, A, B, C, D, not, you know, they had lost much of what they learned. And so to reteach was really losing a lot of precious class time. So for those kids, I think it definitely works better. For older kids, I don't know. You know, I think a lot of what people do in the summer is really important in terms of internships, in terms of travel, those kinds of things. But again, you know, there are opportunities for that with the breaks throughout the year. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens here in Jasper County and how people respond to it. You know, but so far so good. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
It's real nice to meet you. Love your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
School Administrator Kay Schoen said, and I quote, "I heard of a university prep where YRS was extremely successful."
So we're joined right now by Margaret Trimmer Hartley, the superintendent of Detroit's University Prep Science and Math, which operates the only year-round schools in Wayne County. We looked at that school at 5 o'clock tonight. Thank you for letting us come in and take a look at it.
Thank you.
So I guess the question, the pros and the cons, let's start off with the pros. What's a good thing about year-round schools?
Well, I think the single most important thing and argument for it is that it delivers results. Results matter more than anything, and the summer learning loss that we see in too many of our children with that long, stretched out 2-month-plus break is not worth it. We need kids to hit the ground running when they come back to school. We bring our kids in late August, and they don't miss a beat. They'll have 6 weeks off in our system, and that's a sufficient break for most young people.
You say learning loss. How much? I mean, you talk about what they learn in 6th grade, for instance. They go back in 7th grade, and they've forgotten some of it.
Well, easily when students return in the fall, there's a month of catch-up that we have to do, if not more, because some kids don't have resources at home. They don't go to camps. They don't read. They don't do stimulating activities during the summer, and so we're catching up and really filling the gap that occurred during those months when they just weren't learning.
Now, we were talking during the piece at 5 o'clock that we did that we're competing against countries that are way ahead of us, both in terms of how well the students do, plus and how long they go to school. So, I mean, is it clearly a relationship that's obvious that the longer you go to school, the better your scores are?
Well, it depends what you do at that time. If you're just in school doing unstimulating activities, if there really aren't highly qualified, great teachers in front of you, you may not get the advantage. But if you're fully engaged and you have a quality curriculum and energetic teachers, we believe that more time matters. It matters greatly. The countries that are eating our children for lunch, as they like to say, are countries where they go to school 200, 220 days a year.
And how many days on average do American kids go to school?
Well, in Michigan, they're struggling to even get to the 180-day mark. We have more than 180 days. We're closing in on 190 days. Our days are longer, at least a half hour longer than our surrounding districts. And so more time on task with quality programming.
Okay, now the cons, and I know first of all you ask any kid, and most kids are going to say, well, yeah, I have to give up my summer. So we'll skip past that since they don't have a say anyway. What really is important, you'll hear districts talk about the costs of running schools year-round. You've got busing year-round, you've got heating, you've got cooling or whatever.
Well, we're fortunate that we, unfortunately, actually don't have busing yet. So we don't have the transportation issue to deal with in our district. We're a charter district in Detroit, public school, but families commute to our school. And we have heating and cooling anyway in our buildings, and so we keep them deployed throughout the summer with summer school, whether it's by choice or like this, by program.
Any other against that you hear?
Oh yes, it's a juggle for families with younger children who have to struggle with child care issues. And schools that are smart in doing this will provide a high quality child care provider on site. And families like to vacation. They want to be able to give children camp experiences and such. And so in some cases we may have to be flexible. If our students are in school in late June and there's a fabulous high quality camp experience, we may have to excuse a few days.
Okay, so I said the kids don't matter, but obviously they do. And so, and we talked to some of your kids when we did our piece at 5 o'clock, and you know, they did say some had regrets about not having the summers off, but I think a lot of them understand that what they're giving up, they're getting back later.
Well, it's a competitive advantage to walk out of your educational experience ready for college and no remediation necessary. And we believe with the added time and the balanced calendar that we have, they will be ready to roll when they hit the college campus, and then better yet, when they hit the work world, which does work 12 months a year.
So I guess on balance, you're a big supporter of year-round schools.
Certainly am.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching Channel 8 News. Come see us next time on Channel 8.